I'm Ben Meiselas from the MeidasTouch network. Donald Trump has just deleted a post that he made on his social media platform where he threatens the Manhattan District Attorney Alvin Bragg, who is currently criminally investigating him for making hush money payments to a porn star and falsifying business records related thereto before the 2016 election. The post in question that Donald Trump deleted depicts him holding a baseball bat, bludgeoning the Manhattan District Attorney Alvin Bragg, or about to bludgeon Alvin Bragg with the baseball bat. As I and many other legal commentators pointed out, that post, especially paired with numerous other posts that Donald Trump has made over the past 24 hours in the past week, likely constitutes additional crimes that Donald Trump can be charged with. One such crime is inciting a riot, and Donald Trump was probably informed of that by his legal advisors or those in his inner circle and actually listened, although the damage has been done. The fact that Donald Trump now deleted the post threatening Manhattan District Attorney Alvin Bragg could itself now be another crime of destroying evidence related to the crime of threatening the Manhattan District Attorney Alvin Bragg. So Donald Trump clearly doesn't know the law of holes because he just keeps on digging and digging and digging. So you saw the post right there of Donald Trump with the baseball bat looking like he's going to bludgeon Alvin Bragg. Now that was paired with numerous other posts, as I mentioned. In one post, Donald Trump talks about causing death and destruction in the event that charges are brought. In another post, he calls Alvin Bragg a total human scum. In another post, he calls Alvin Bragg an anarchist and the devil who is pursuing a, quote, horseface agenda. In another post, Donald Trump states that people are not going to take it anymore. They have had enough. In another post, Donald Trump calls Alvin Bragg an animal. In another post, Donald Trump muses why people should be handling the situation peacefully. And so, as I've argued before, and again argue now, all of that together, I believe, constitutes the crime. One such crime is inciting to riot under New York Penal Law 240.08, which states the following: a person is guilty of inciting to riot when he urges 10 or more persons to engage in tumultuous and violent conduct of a kind likely to create public alarm. Inciting to riot is a Class A misdemeanor. I also believe it fits the definition of obstructing governmental administration in the second degree, Penal Law Section 195.05, which states the count is obstructing governmental administration in the second degree. Under our law, a person is guilty of obstructing governmental administration in the second degree when that person intentionally obstructs, impairs, or perverts the administration of law or other governmental function, or prevents or attempts to prevent a public servant from performing an official function. And one of the ways that can happen is by means of intimidation, physical force, or interference. So I think it meets that definition as well. One of the things that actually occurred as a result of Donald Trump's threats, we're learning about multiple bomb threats that were made at the Manhattan District Attorney's office, as well as to the courts in Manhattan. We also learned of a death threat sent to Alvin Bragg with a letter on it that said Alvin, and it says, "Alvin, I'm going to kill you," and it contained a white powdery substance in it. Fortunately, the powdery substance was harmless, but nonetheless caused a significant scare in the Manhattan District Attorney's office. So Donald Trump, in deleting this, is also highlighting what I believe to be his serious criminal exposure now relating to the threats that he made against Alvin Bragg. And it's unclear to me at the present moment, although these facts are developing very quickly, if Alvin Bragg is going to seek a superseding indictment based on the threats in front of the grand jury, or if the Manhattan District Attorney's Office is going to pursue any additional criminal charges against Donald Trump. But Clearly, this appears to be criminal conduct, and Donald Trump very rarely, if ever, removes the post that he made. But he took down that post, which I think all these posts crossed the line, but that one certainly appeared to be a slam dunk further criminal case against Donald Trump there. Look, Donald Trump continues to attack all of the prosecutors and feels that he's above the law. And frankly, this is why it is so critical to bring him to justice. He is a menace to our society, a menace to our democracy, as he basically puts his thumb on the scales of Lady Justice and tries to destroy it each and every day. And again, he goes on to attack Fani Willis, the Fulton County District Attorney. He's called Special Counsel Jack Smith a mad dog psycho. He says that everyone is George Soros funded as part of his anti-Semitic tropes. He's attacked Special Counsel Jack Smith's family. He's attacked the judges. He's attacked Arthur Engoron. He's attacked Judge David Carter. He's attacked all the federal judges who oversee his cases to try to inspire fear there. Look, there's a reason why the federal judge in the Southern District of New York, Judge Lewis Kaplan, who is overseeing the E. Jean Carroll defamation and civil rape case, which is set to go to trial on April 25th, has ordered that the jury be anonymous, something that is reserved in very rare circumstances. Usually when we're talking about cartels and the prosecution of people like El Chapo, that's why you'd have an anonymous jury. But here you have a federal judge requiring an anonymous jury based on the fact that Donald Trump continues to threaten and threaten and threaten. And this is what he does each and every day on his social media platform. And so we will be watching here very closely and very carefully if Donald Trump is charged for these additional crimes. I want to play for you right now a clip of the Democratic leader in the House of Representatives, Hakeem Jeffries, responding to Donald Trump's threats of death and destruction and Donald Trump's other posts. Here, play this clip of Democrat Hakeem Jeffries.
Mr. Jeffries, in one of his late-night Truth Social missives last night, the former president said there would be a potential for, quote, death and destruction should Alvin Bragg choose to charge him in his investigation. What's your response to that?
Well, the twice impeached former president's rhetoric is reckless, reprehensible, and irresponsible. It's dangerous, and if he keeps it up, he's going to get someone killed. We've already seen the consequences of incitement from the former president. He is principally responsible for inciting the violent insurrection that happened on January 6th, but clearly he has not learned his lesson. It's also very unfortunate that the extreme MAGA Republicans in the House of Representatives continue to back President Trump and his reckless and his violent and his hateful and his disgusting rhetoric.
So indeed, very big news, Donald Trump deleting this post where he threatened Manhattan District Attorney Alvin Bragg. As we've talked about here on the MeidasTouch Network, we believe that to be an independent crime, and now deleting the evidence could be an independent crime as well. The deletion's not going to help him at all at this point. Perhaps it's he was advised that that could potentially mitigate the charges against him for doing that, because by not keeping it up there, you could argue, look, I tried taking it down, I tried removing it. This has clear echoes, of course, to the January 6th insurrection, where he would post things and then he would claim, oh, look, you see, I actually called later for people to be peaceful after I actually called for everybody to engage in the conduct that they ultimately engaged in. It's gaslighting, it's fascism, it's anti-American, and it is disgusting and it is criminal. We're calling it out here on the MeidasTouch Network. So please hit subscribe. Help us get to 1 million subscribers. We are almost there. So it's free to subscribe on YouTube. Just hit the subscribe button. Also, check us out at patreon.com/MeidasTouch. That's a membership that helps grow this independent platform. We're not funded by outside investors. So wherever you are in the world, if you want to join our Patreon, get some exclusive membership benefits, go to patreon.com/MeidasTouch, MeidasTouch, and also subscribe to our audio podcast. Just search MeidasTouch Podcast wherever you get your audio, and it's free there as well. So please hit subscribe on our YouTube channel. We appreciate you. We will keep you updated on any developments in this fast-moving story, as well as any developments on Donald Trump being criminally indicted by the Manhattan District Attorney as we remain on indictment watch here at the MeidasTouch Network. I'm Ben Meiselas. Thank you so much for watching.
Love this video? Then you'll love the MeidasTouch podcast. Listen as my brothers and I break down the latest news and chat with top political leaders on the fastest growing pro-democracy podcast in the world. New episodes drop every Tuesday and Friday. Add the MeidasTouch podcast right now wherever you listen to your podcasts.